Hello, 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 boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Late Chelsea Night Daily Transfers. That was completely mixed up, but it is 12 o'clock in the morning. Well, 12 a.m. my time. I've just finished a long shift, so do not blame me if I mix my words. At this rate, if I do not fall asleep on the stream, I'll be happy. But welcome everyone to Chelsea's Perspective. I'm your host for the final time before Coachella returns. 24 hours until Coachella is back on the stream for the Man City preview and build up. But I'm your host, Matt, back for potentially the last time, depending on what Coachella says. If you guys have enjoyed me on the channel, thank you. It's been a wonderful week to do this with you guys. And of course, if you want to see me back on again, let Coachella know in the comments and maybe we can arrange something. Let's have a look at the comment section. Obviously, 93 people in the house tonight. Now gone up to 94, and that's going to keep rising. 95. Big up to everyone. Smash the like button. Comment whatever questions you want, because it might just be me tonight. So the comment section is going to get all the attention at the moment. All the attention. And we can talk about our beautiful club, Chelsea. Big up to Oluwaru Kamni. I'm assuming that's how you pronounce it. Hi. Yes, we are in the building. Big up to Nightbot as well. Always there. Always monitoring the comments. Big up to you, sir. It has been wonderful. That is my opinion. I'm glad that it's been wonderful for you too, and wonderful for everyone that is out there. So, before you all flood me with questions that I'm sure you've got, let's go over some of the news. And news has been flying around. Moves getting closer, but nothing confirmed yet. Last hour or so, while I was at work, Secret Scout Fabrizio were teasing Felix a little bit more. So that deal and Osimhen, that both them deals are moving ever so closer. The rumours are getting ever so more concrete. Obviously, the Felix deal, it could be 40 million, it could be 50 million, it could be add-ons, it could not be. But the idea of Felix is that is becoming to be closer to be agreed, and we could hear something within the next day or two. I do not expect it to be done by the time we need to register players, so he will not be available for Manchester City, but should be available after what I would assume be our Conference League game against our opponent, which was confirmed tonight in Servette of Switzerland. We will go into that a little bit later on, but let's get through the transfer news at first. Osimhen, still rumbling on. We're getting very much the same recycled rumours, although the idea in the last 24 hours that which we haven't mentioned on this channel yet, because I was at work yesterday, so I didn't want to stream at this time. Big up to Wilder. Multiple people spamming on X saying Osimhen just like Chelsea Twitter account. It's weird because I didn't think that deal was that close. All I've seen with Osimhen in terms of social media is he has taken Napoli off his bio. I think Osimhen knows he's leaving. Well, knows that he wants to leave. The Chelsea are the only club that are in for him, so it's just a matter of everyone agreeing on stuff. So let's see. I think it's over the last week, while nothing's moved ahead in terms of actual progress, I feel the deal has gone from we might be able to do it to it will happen at some point. It's just when and how much. And I don't think I could be wrong, but I don't think it will fall apart at this point because Osimhen really wants to leave. There is so far no PSG have almost given up. Arsenal was a very, very loose rumour, and I think when push comes to shove, I don't think Arsenal will pay the money, especially if they can't get rid of Nketiah. Obviously, Lukaku's deal is advancing. They're close to potentially agreeing a fee because Chelsea are looking to renegotiate, which means obviously Napoli could be looking to renegotiate. The Osimhen fee as well, that could come down. So I think it just makes sense for Chelsea, for Napoli to go, no, we're dealing with Chelsea and Chelsea only, because fundamentally it makes sense of all the deals that are going on. Napoli, we're doing Napoli a favour, Napoli will do us a favour. Makes sense. But it will take time. It's not going to happen in 5 seconds like Neto did. I think it's going to rumble on for at least another week, maybe into deadline day. Hopefully it doesn't go into deadline day, but it is what it is. So yeah, Osimhen getting more concrete, but nothing at the moment nothing really progressed in that deal. As I said, Lukaku, potentially Chelsea could negotiate down to a £30 million /euro fee, which is slightly below the release clause, which again I think is just trying to sweeten the deal for Osimhen, which is fair enough. I'd get rid of Lukaku for a bag of crisps personally, or a packet of quality Italian breadsticks. That's all. Maybe throw in like a penne or something like that, like a very basic pasta. But yeah, Lukaku is moving ahead. Sorry, I haven't had a drink for 6 hours, so that was very much needed. Some other deals that is going on. Armando Broja could be going on loan to Ipswich Town Football Club. Obviously, we have already dealt with Ipswich Town this summer already, with Hutchinson moving there for £25 million after being on loan with Ipswich last season. So we do have a good relationship with Ipswich. In terms of Ipswich, obviously my dad supports Ipswich. Half my family is Ipswich, half my family is Chelsea, so I know very much a lot about what's going on in Ipswich on a personal front, and I can tell you that Broja is being signed because George Hurst, their striker, is out for a substantial period of time, and they do need at least cover, if not a better player in there. They obviously have signed Liam Delap from Manchester City, but Broja would have more game experience in the Premier League, so Ipswich could be looking to get a loan. There is no suggestion whether it's going to be with an obligation to buy, if it's going to be an option, or whether it's going to be a straight loan. I think there needs to be at least an option, if not an obligation to buy. I think we need to get Broja off the books. I'm a bit disappointed that it is a loan in the first place. As I will say, obviously there was another player going on loan, which does mean potentially, there are dominoes that are falling, which means a player that I really like in terms of one of the young players that are signed for us that could be sold according to Nizar Cancelo, but we will get to that further down the line. So Broja potentially going to Ipswich. As I said, I would like him to be sold, but Ipswich don't have a lot of finances at the moment. I think they're pushed as much as they can. They're getting a lot of different players. I think they're signing Sammy Smodics from Blackburn. Obviously they've signed Calvin Phillips on loan for the rest of the season. They've also signed a Napoli midfielder on loan again. So I think they are at the end of what they can spend. I think Ed Sheeran's just bought a percentage of the club to invest a bit more money into the club. But yeah, I think they can't physically give us the money now. They can only give it later, which I think where the loan is coming in. It is what it is. But there was rumours Everton could be involved, but again, they're a bit cash stripped. So I think that is the problem at the moment. All these clubs have not got the money to spend on Broja, so he may have to go out on loan. Now, this is going to contradict the title because contradictions have come out since I'd done the title earlier this afternoon. It was originally suggested that Leslie Ugochukwu, who was supposed to go out on loan just after the Inter game, was now not going to go out on loan and potentially could be sold, potentially could stay. It was not sure. It was the Athletic that said it. So for me, that felt pretty solid. However, in a matter of hours, that has been completely squashed. It looks like Ugochukwu will be going on a straight loan, no option to buy, no obligation to buy, to Southampton in the Premier League for a whole season. We just had a bit of water. That's very refreshing. So Ukachukwu going out on loan, straight loan to Southampton. For me, pretty good deal for him. Southampton under Russell Martin. They do play good football. I don't think they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna stay up this season. I think it'll be very hard for them to stay up in the Premier League. But it'll be a club where hopefully Ukachukwu can get some decent game time. Obviously, they've got players like Flynn Downs that have signed there this summer, who was on their loan last season. So hopefully, Ukachukwu, I think he's got a very good presence of he is a destroyer and might be very much needed, something that they need in that midfield to strengthen them up a little bit for the Premier League. So hopefully, he's a player that plays a lot of game. But again, this is another international loan, as I believe Broja is, because he's Albanian. Whether it matters that he's been in the youth setup and that might not count, I don't know. But I could be wrong, could be right. If you guys know that in the comments whether Broja would count as an international loan, please do let me know. But I think it does, because this will be the last bit of news, and this is the news that I don't like. I'm not happy with, and that is Brazilian winger Angelo Gabriel could be sold this summer. The news is coming from Nizar Cancelo, which, to be fair, is my only hope. I don't think Nizar Cancelo has been that reliable over the past 12 to 18 months. So I'm hoping that is him just looking at the fact that we've got wingers coming in, such as Felix. Sterling doesn't look like he's going. Madueke, who is now, the recent rumour is he's been slapped with a £60 million price tag, which I don't think Newcastle are going to sign him for that. He will probably be staying. So that means there's a lot of there's no space for a winger for him to stay. And if the international loans are all filled up, then he can't go out on loan. So that might mean a club will maybe potentially look to sell him instead. For me, I like the kid very much. I think he is a fantastic player, and I think I think he needed a good loan, to a club in Europe, playing some sort of European football, whether it's Conference League, Europa League, Champions League. I think he could, somewhere like Dortmund, for example. If he went to Dortmund, I think he would do very well there. And we'd be bringing back a player who I think could challenge, and even you got people like Mudryk. I think he would do better than Mudryk. I think he potentially might do better than Madueke. But because certain players like Sterling, who isn't worth the chewing gum that's currently on my gym shoes, that's really annoying me, by the way. Do not get chewing gum on the gym shoes. It's horrible. But yeah, Sterling's not worth the gum on my shoe. Yet he looks like he's staying. The Juventus rumours apparently are rubbish, and he's happy to stay. Of course you are. You're happy to stay because you're getting paid loads of money. And what that means is Angelo is going out. I mean, Waldo has kind of made a good comment that obviously you have got Paez and Estavo, who, to be fair, I do think are regarded as higher talents than Angelo Gabriel. So that might also be the factor of it could just be he's sold in 12 months anyway. But I do think out of all the younger players, I look at players like Santos. I look at players like Angelo. That's probably it, to be fair. Out of the Ukachukwu, I do like his profile. He's almost, I think few people compared him to this today, actually, but I've been comparing it. He's almost like that, a mixture of Shuameni and Amadou Onana from now Aston Villa. I think he's got a mixture of profile between them two. And I think he could be a very good destroyer for us, which we don't really have. So that's why I liked him. I don't know about some of the new players we signed, but they were the youngsters that I looked at for. They'll be the ones that hopefully will come through. But apparently not. I'm hoping, again, as you said, I'm hoping it's just Nazar putting 1 and 2 together and make a 5. Who knows? He may stay with the squad and he may find some game time somewhere. I mean, I would be that radical in the fact that I would say, I would get rid of Sterling anyway. But if Sterling can't go, I would. Well, again, we can't because of international loans, which is the frustrating part about this. I would have sent Madrid. I mean, I would personally, I would find a deal for Broja and sell him somewhere, which means I would put either one of Angelo or Mudryk out on loan. But who knows? Maybe Broja does get sold or someone else does get sold. But I think all of our loans have been taken up, which is a bit frustrating. I think that's also why Petrovic is probably going to have to be sold. I think that's why Diego Moreira was sold to Strasbourg. Maybe that is a thing. Maybe we do just sell Angelo Gabriel back to Strasbourg. And then at least he's still within the 10, and I imagine that means we can potentially buy him back in the future. We might put a buyback clause on, so if he does very well at Strasbourg, we can buy him back. If we're going to sell him, that's what I'd like to do. I mean, he obviously did play there last season, so he might be happy to play there again. Strasbourg have signed a very good player, Felix Lamarchial from Monaco, who formerly was at Cercle Bruges in Belgium last year and did very, very well in there. So I think that's a good deal for Strasbourg. I think they've tried to sign a few other players. Obviously, Caleb Wiley's now over there. I think Santos has gone back there. Moreira's now gone there to play out wide. So Angelo on the other side would be pretty good, and that would be the only sale that for me I would understand. But otherwise, it's just it's something I'm disappointed with if it does happen. I mean, people say I twerk for these owners. I don't twerk for these owners. I don't twerk for anyone, let alone these owners. But I can excuse a lot of what the owners do. This I think is a flat out mistake if they do make it and do not sell him to Strasbourg and sell him somewhere else, because I think this kid will be very good in the future and I think we may regret it. Obviously, of course, if Paez and Stavio turn out to be really good, then of course it might just be a De Bruyne situation where we have so many good players at the time, someone's got to go. But I do think Angelo is a very good player. So that is obviously 28 minutes into the live stream, 120 people on. That is the end of the news roundup for you all. And guys, I don't think there's anyone going to come on this late at night for panelists. So guys, just throw your questions in. I mean, you've got Waldo, obviously, he's in there. Big up to Jose CFC. Lots of times he's on Worldwide Chelsea. Big up to you, bro, for coming on. If you want to ask any questions, feel free to put them down. And same to everyone else that is involved. Any questions? As I said, Waldo kind of answered this. I do think they'll stay. I think the idea is they'll both just come in next season. And this is where I think, and I've said it for a while, I think this is Madueke and Mudryk's, how would I say it? It's their final audition. It's like, if any of you know what the X Factor is, or like America's Got Talent, Britain's Got Talent, in X Factor point, you have like the first audition, you have like the second audition, and you have the boot camp where you go to like the judge's house, and they pick from the final groups of who they want to go into the live rounds of the finals. And I think that's where Madueke and Mudryk are right now. They need to prove themselves. Otherwise, they will be replaced by the new guys coming in for 2025. Yeah. I think Mudryk will ultimately be sold because I just think he's not good enough. And if he's not going to get consistent game time, which I don't think he is, I don't think he's going to be able to prove himself. Madueke, I think he's got a 50-50 chance of doing enough to stay next season. Although I just have a funny feeling that he was only bought for 26 million. If he plays well, again, I think they've put a 60 million price tag on for a reason. I think they're looking at flipping this kid on eventually, no matter how well he does. And it just matters how much we can flip him for. So I wouldn't be surprised for that. As Wilder says, yeah, it's their last chance of season. If they play badly, I don't see them staying for next season. Even, like I said, in Madueke's case, I think even if he plays well, I think he can be flipped. I think Mudryk, the problem with Mudryk is I think with the amount we paid for him, I think the club didn't expect to flip him. I think he's one that was expected to come in, do well, and be one of the first choice players. And obviously he's not showing that. So unfortunately, it might be a thing where they're going to have to bite the bullet with him if he doesn't do well enough. Which I just think he's too raw. I really think if he could have a loan for 12 months, he could work and refine on a lot of his things, and could be. We could have questions next summer of. It'll be a more interesting question to see whether he's good enough. But as Christian and David said, it's their last chances, and I just don't think either. I don't think either of them will be here next summer. With the context of them both staying. But it is what it is. But guys, keep it. We've got 151 people in. Smash the like button, subscribe, and throw your questions down. I'm ready to answer whatever questions you like. If you do hear a washing machine, I apologise. I need to wash my work clothes for tomorrow, and it's the only time that I can do it. So you're going to just have to put up with the noise if it is in the background. This is what it's like doing 12 a.m. streams. They're chaotic. They're a little bit tiresome for me, but that is just how committed I am, and that is the noise I was exactly talking about. Very annoying noise. If it's too loud, please do let me know, and I will move into the other room. But obviously, please do let me know. Don't just sit there saying, "Oh, it's too loud," or going off, "It's too loud." I can change this. Waldo, he has the talent. Let's see. Sometimes he plays like he doesn't want to be here speaking about Madrid. Yeah. I think he's just inconsistent. I'm actually going to move because it is a bit annoying me now. Bloody washing machines are way too loud. Let's go into the other room, and I am just going to lie on my front because this is the bedroom, and I'm not going to sit in bed. I am just going to be very casual for you guys because why not? As if it's actually raining. It's been like spoiling hot, and now I just hear rain. Anyway, Britain for you. British weather. Never know. Big up to Shanks. Yes, sir. Shanks, just fire me questions, please. I'm going to disagree with you, apparently, because that's what we always do. But please just fire me questions that I'm ultimately going to scream at you for, because it's 12:25 a.m. in Britain, and I've got nothing else to do. I have covered everything, so just fire me questions that is ultimately going to trigger me or you. Big up to everyone that is in 172 people live. So please smash the like button. Anyone on Twitter, you can also comment. I haven't seen a Twitter comment yet, but please do comment. We do get Twitter comments as well. And it would be nice to hear from you guys that are on there. If you are on Twitter, please like and retweet the stream to try and get as many people on as possible. The more people we have, the more questions, the more debate, and the more wonderful the stream will be. Big up to everyone that is in the comments. Please, Shanks, trigger me. I mean, to be fair, I am tired, so this is the time to trigger me. I may make a mistake. I may sound silly. This is the chance to make me look silly. Waldo, you think we'd go back in for Samu if the Osimhen deal doesn't pan out? No, I think that deal is yes, Shanks. Come on, please. I'm asking you. Come on, questions. But back to Waldo's brilliant question. No, I think the Samu deal is dead in the water. I think the image rights potential thing has just disrespected him. Which I actually found out. Now people were moaning saying it was really disrespectful. I do kind of understand it. All Real Madrid players, bar Mbappe, have had that exact deal where 50% of their image rights go to Florentino Perez. So that guy, is he is a cheeky man. He is like the mafia of football. I do not like that guy. Florentino Perez, absolute knob. And I know I'm not supposed to have profanity, but I think knob is just about okay. And it's Florentino Perez, so it is what it is. But if Waldo, to answer your question in a bit more detail, if Osimhen doesn't pan out, who do we go for? I think we go in for Ivan Toney. I think there's 4 strikers that we're looking at apparently on a short list. I think out of just elimination, I think the strikers will be Osimhen. I think the striker will be Toney. I think the striker will be Victor Gyökeres from Sporting. And the 4th, I think could be one of Jonathan David, could be someone like Victor Boniface, or someone that is just completely in the woodwork, but we don't know. I can't think of anyone else it could be. Christian David, big up to you, my sir, my dude. I'll be so nervous at the bridge on Sunday. Loving to be back at my second home. However, the defence worries me. I trust the players, but I don't think they're ready. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a tough game. There's no disagreeing with that. And I think Man City, the positive is this is almost the best time to play City, but arguably for us, it's the worst time to play City because City are the masters of the football we're trying to learn. They know this system inside out, and that means they probably know exactly how to exploit it, and they know probably where we're struggling because obviously they've had to go. Some of these players obviously weren't here at the beginning, but they've had to go through the same thing of learning the system. Remember, Pep's first season was they finished 4th and weren't the best. They learned and they improved as they went through the season, but they weren't the best. So they had the same sort of problems, and so are we. So I think they'll know maybe where we're going to be struggling and look to exploit that, which is where I think for this game and one game early, I do think Enzo needs to change it up, dumb it down, do something to just get a result, get points or a point on the board, so we can go into the other games with a bit less pressure and hopefully be able to get something more out of it. Big up to everyone. There's 203 now people in the live chat. 204 now. It's going up. Please get up. It's 205. But all of you, smash the like button. That is the most simplest thing to do. One click, guys. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does so much for the channel. So please just smash the like button and fire in your questions if you need to, like Christian is right now. Neres looks like he's on his way to Napoli from Benfica. Lukaku could be going to Saudi. What a total ship. Have I just missed a load of rumours now? I haven't brought my phone with me. So, Christian, I'm trusting that you are providing news. I mean, I always thought the Neres thing was just a little bit of a smokescreen because, one, I don't think he's really a striker. So I didn't really get... And the profiles are completely different to Lukaku. So, please tell me that is not the case. I don't think Lukaku really wants to go to Saudi. So if he is not going to Napoli, that would worry me a little bit. I am just having a look. Christian, if you are joking, please do let me know. If it is just you thinking that might happen. Was a Romano thing on Instagram. When was it? When did they say that? Because I know there was some stuff that came out earlier tonight that said Lukaku was discussing stuff. Oh, apparently I've just seen on L'Equipe that Chelsea and Strasbourg are moving discussions for Petrovic on loan. How that definitely means Angelo is going to be sold then, because that takes up the final international slot, I think. I don't see anything right now, Christian. Was it literally something that has been done? I'm going to actually have a look on Instagram right now. Was it a live or was it a post? Fabrizio. Romano. Big up to Obi. Oh, Shanks, I will come back to your question. But I think this one's just a bit simpler to do. So I will just answer this one first. Is Disasi going? No, I don't think Disasi will go. Yeah, I don't think Disasi will go. I think he did pick up an injury, and that's why I think he wasn't really being played in pre-season. I don't know where he fits in terms of squad. Okay, it's alive. I'm going to just see if anything has been mentioned on the story. See if we can find the information in person. My God, Fabrizio has about 1 billion stories. Right, let's go through these. So yeah, is Disasi going? I don't think so, but we will see how it goes. Waldo, yeah, I agree. I don't think Neres is a striker, really. So we will see how that goes. Yeah, I don't see anything from Romano. Again, it's alive, but yeah, I think the whole Neres thing is, I think that's just to panic Chelsea into giving them Lukaku on the fee they want. But I think, Napoli have a bit more of a stronger point in that aspect, but signing Neres, I suppose if they do sign Neres, they potentially could keep Osimhen. But again, they have the problem of Osimhen's going to be out of contract, so they do need to get. I don't think they would want to lose him on a free. So this is the problem. I think these deals hinge on stuff happening. So Napoli do not have the cards to play. I think they're trying to, and I think Di Marzio has been trying to scare Chelsea fans for the last 2 or 3 weeks. But everyone, generally, most people are on the side of Chelsea at the moment because they know that Chelsea have the power in this deal, I think. And that's why we were saying that Osimhen wouldn't be less than 120 million a few months ago. Now they're talking about 85, 90. So yeah, it is what it is. Let's have a look. So Shanks, your question. Your thoughts on Felix, Matt, buy or bust? At first, I hated it. I was fuming about it. But I think that I'm starting to warm to it, although my argument is that this is still what I think. I don't think he's more than a I don't think he's more than really a squad player. I don't think he gets ahead of I don't think he gets ahead of Nkuku. He doesn't get ahead of Palmer. Can't play out really wide because Maresca likes his wide players to play actually out wide, and Felix isn't that. And I don't think he's going to play up front. So I think he's going to be sitting on the bench when he does come in. So I don't know. I'm still iffy about it, but I'm less iffy than I was before. But yeah, Felix, he's just one of them players. I just don't know. He's never really fit in anywhere, and his final product is just not there. I don't know. Seems a bit of a weird signing, but there you go. Didn't they sell cover to PSG? They probably did, but the problem is it's not that they need it for FFP. They just don't want to. Osimhen, it's too much money that you can make out of this deal to allow this player to go on a free. And that's why they need to, because Osimhen is not going to sign a new contract. I don't think. I think they'd have to have a gun to his head for him to sign a new contract. He said that he wants to leave, so something's got to be done. I think PSG have quite clearly said they're not interested, and Saudi have said they're not really interested. Arsenal's a very loose link. I don't think with Nketiah not being sold yet, I don't think they're even close to being able to do a deal. So they've not really got any other choice but to sell to Chelsea, and so they need. I think it's a lot of mind games, but I think we just need to stay calm. So I'm looking at the Fabrizio thing now. I've got it up. Breaking David Nunez on the verge of joining Napoli on a permanent deal from Benfica. Napoli have all set for David Neres to travel on Sunday with medical tests right after, possible on Monday. Final details of a deal worth 30 million euros to seal in the next 48 hours. The deal will be signed. Napoli also confident to sign Billy Gilmore. Ooh, Billy Gilmore. So this Napoli is basically just Chelsea FC, isn't it? Because they potentially could sign Kepa, they could sign Cassidy, could sign Gilmore. Now they're looking to sign, and they are going to sign Neres and Lukaku. So that kind of destroys the whole drama. Christian, you could have mentioned that last sentence rather than just the first bit. But big up for your question. And big up for giving us the information. Big up to Vic. Vic, if you have any questions that you want to fire away about Broja, about Osimhen, Felix, about Lukaku, anyone in the squad, Angelo, Ukachukwu, bloody, I don't know, Josh Akpong or whoever, whatever player you want to ask me about, whatever question, I will answer whatever football question you guys want. Yeah, he wants both. I mean, Conte wants, Conte gets, otherwise he walks. Nightbot, Christian David, what did you think? I was gone forever. Stop spamming them. Is he spamming emotes? I think he's okay, Nightbot, but we'll see. It's fine. Not a problem. I don't think Osimhen deal gets done. If it doesn't get done, then there's going to be a big fight for people who get it, to get him on a free next summer. But I think it will get done. Personally, yeah, Felix will get done. Gallagher will go the other way. I mean, indefinite. Answer me in the comments. I'll fire a question at you. If you don't think Osimhen gets done, do you think we sign another striker, or do you think we sign no one? If you think we're going to sign another striker, let me know who do you think we will go for. I'll let you answer, and then I'll reply to that of, say Osimhen doesn't get done, which I think it will. I will say how I think it will go. But big up to you for that question. A very good question in that. And we'll see. We'll see for your answer. But if anyone else has any other questions, there's been some really good questions from the chat so far. There's 244 of you here, so surely most of you have a question. Everyone normally has a question. We had a few questions fire, and you see I answer whatever football question you want. and there's no stupid questions here, really. Even Shanks's questions are not that stupid. So fire them away. Smash the like button first as well, but fire them away, and I will answer whatever questions come my way. Let's go. Indefinite has just blanked me with this answer. I mean, I'll just answer what I've. If Osimhen doesn't happen, I think we go after Tony. Oh, here we go. It's a matter of balancing the books. Osimhen only gets done if players agree to go the other way and we get rid of their wages. Lukaku's 200k would have cancelled out. Yeah, but that's the thing. Indefinite. I think Lukaku is potentially going to go. I think the last few hours have said that Chelsea are looking to potentially soften and not want the whole release clause, which I think links into Napoli also softening that they don't want £120 million for Osimhen or euros for Osimhen. It's going to be more 90, 85, 90 potentially, and that might be included with the deal. So it might be the rumor was last rumor was Casadei, Lukaku, and then about 40-50 million, which added up in total to about 90. So yeah, I mean, I think we will balance the books enough. I mean, don't forget you got David Dacia Fofana. Looks like he potentially will go. Broja is going to be off the wage books. Gallagher is going to be off the wage books. You're going to have, yeah. I don't think Tony's a panic buy, but I think that is the second choice. That's what I was going to say. But yeah, I think we've got a lot of players to come off the books. So I mean, we talk about balancing the books. I think wage-wise, the books are more than enough balanced. I mean, players are on average of 60k. So I think it's whether they want to go, how high they want to go with Osimhen's wages is the problem. I do think Osimhen does need to compromise, which I think is the big stumbling block. But I even think FFP wise, I think we should be okay-ish. Especially if someone like Madueke does go in the end. Big up to the Bluetooth game. It's good to see you on, bro. Big up, bro. It's Osimhen or bust. Our bank balance might not look too shabby come the end of the window. I think the bank balance would be fine, and especially to the fact that we might be transfer banned anyway. I don't think it'll matter. Waldo, I've heard it's Lukaku and Casadei plus cash for Osimhen. Yeah, that's what I've heard last time. Don't know whether it's true or not, but that's what I've heard. I'm guessing if Billy Gilmore's going, I could be wrong because I know there's a Napoli midfielder that is being loaned to Ipswich apparently, along with Calvin Phillips. And Ipswich midfield is going to be just loan players, but there you go. So they could want both Casadei and Billy Gilmore, but I don't know. Maybe the Billy Gilmore deal means that it'll be Lukaku plus a bit more cash. But obviously Lukaku is definitely connected to this transfer. Whether Casadei is or not, we will see. There was obviously rumours that he was linked with Fiorentina as well, so he could just be sold for money. Beautiful game. Drogba and Mikel need to have a word. They've been texting every day. They're doing their best they can. We ain't paying money for that. We ain't paying him that money. Just look at the average bill on the Roman Credibility. We're not going backwards. Yes, but see, I do think he will get a big wage. I think he will get the biggest wage. I think he'll be. It depends, because I think the way they may do it is it may be a lower base wage, but if we win competition, win leagues, win Champions Leagues, whatever, I think the bonuses that he gets on his contract will probably go up to roughly where he is now. So it's a thing of he is lower now, but it may even work out more. It's the same with some of these players. I think they've got performances and their bonuses that we might be towards the Roman wage if we're winning, but that doesn't matter because then we've got a lot more finances in terms of revenue in the bank anyway. So I think the wage, I think Osimhen will have to compensate just a little bit, but we'll see. So far, everything this window has been extremely balanced. They do Osimhen without getting rid of Kepa and Lukaku. I think we're going to get ban anyway from the Roman stuff that's been coming out. Premier League will probably want to slap us down with a big thing, especially if they can't get City on it in the end. They need to show that there's strength somewhere. Waldo, if he comes, he'll be a bit marquee sign-in, so I think he'll be on a big wage. Yeah, he's going to be on minimum whatever Palmer, Caicedo, Fernandez is on. I think he'll be a little bit more because he is such a big marquee signing. Indefinite, I still want elite centre back because we will be great. Because we will be great in terms of our attacking prowess, but defence wins titles and position-based football requires a solid battle. Yes, I mean, for me, I've said this a few times on the stream this week. I would refrain from a centre-back this summer. So I think you don't need to do everything in one summer. And, of course, we've built up over time anyway. But my argument with this would be, let's see how these centre-backs do over the course of the season. Because I promise you that one of Badiashile, Colwill, Disassi, obviously I'm not going to class Tosin in this because we haven't seen Tosin off. And I'm not going to class Fofana because it's an injury aspect. But I think one of them three that equally is regarded as a complete bum to people, I think you will see an improvement where you go, actually, this guy's good, and we don't necessarily need an elite starting centre-back. I think we still might need one, but I don't think our back four is going to look as bad once we get used to everything and once these players get sorted and they're in a consistent back four. I don't think it will look as bad, but we may still need one next summer. But I wouldn't go for it this summer because I don't think we're going to win the title. I don't think we're aiming to win the title this season. I think we're aiming to get back into Champions League, and once we get there, then we'll see how it goes. Beautiful game. We need to sell Chilwell, Petro, Ugo, Chalobah, etc. Sterling's wage to output ratio is good. Yeah, I mean, Chilwell. Future is uncertain. Whether he goes or not this window is another question. He might go maybe in January or next summer. Petrovic looks like he's going to be loaned to Strasbourg. Ugachukwu, as we've said, is going to be loaned to Southampton. Chalobah will go eventually. Sterling, I don't think will go. I think Sterling's wage is something we do need to get off the wage bill, but I don't think it's going to happen. He's too comfortable, and why would he go and probably earn less somewhere else? Which I don't blame him, but it's a dickhead move. Sorry for the profanity again. It's just tired, and my filter is not there completely. Beautiful game, yeah. A centre back would be great, but I think it's just too much for this window. Waldo, we brought Anselmino as well. Don't forget, there's another. Yeah, but I don't think he's ready yet. I mean, he's going back to Argentina for a season. And then I think he'd still need another loan or so in Europe or somewhere. I don't expect him to be anywhere near ready right now. Indefinite. If we are getting a ban, then get it all done now. We don't know how many windows we'll have. Yeah, I mean it depends on when we'll get charged, when they'll get banned, because sometimes they'll wait to the next season. Depends on when they actually charge and finish everything and dish out the punishment. We might still be okay for next season, but it might be. I think if they're worried that the ban's coming in, they'll get someone in January and maybe pay a little bit more than they want to. But I think we might still have next summer to do something. But we'll have to wait and see for that. Obviously, the other stuff. Yeah, I mean, as I agree with that, it's not experienced enough yet. But we still got to find out what all this ban stuff potentially will mean and when it will happen. It will tell us everything, yes, but the Man City game is a bit different for me just because I think it's going to be very hard to beat someone who's at the master of this game when we're trying to learn it. So I would look at the second game rather than the Man City game. I don't think that's going to answer too many questions. It will show us what are us at our potential worst, but I think we will get better from that. Big up to Addy Adesoye Samuel. I want Chelsea to get this Felix and Osimhen done. I think it will happen. It will happen. I think Felix will happen in the next couple of days. Osimhen probably a week and a half towards the end of the window. But we've still got 2 weeks, guys, so we do have a little bit of time still. Big up to Blue Clouds Media. Big up to you. If you have any questions, please listen down in the comments like everyone else is doing, and I will definitely get round to answering it. Indefinite, my cousins gave me all the intel on Anselmino as they live in Buenos Aires. Big up to them then. And they are huge Boca fans. Could be a great signing, but 3 or 4. Yeah, I think as I said, he's obviously got he's loan in Argentina to play more games this year. Then at least 1 or 2 loans in Europe, and then that's when we can consider him in the squad, or flip him on. I don't know what we'll do with him, because who knows? I thought Angelo was going to stay, but there you go. I haven't seen enough for him to know, but I'll trust you on that information. You're assuming we're going to lose the game. I mean, as a blue to what I did say 10 minutes ago, but I'll re-explain it for you. Where Man City are the masters of the system, they know exactly the weaknesses of their own system, so they can exploit that. But they also know, from if you remember when Pep had his first season at Man City and they finished 4th, and they weren't that great at the start. They got better towards it. I think some of these players probably know where we're going to be making mistakes at first and where the mistake's going to come from. So I think, yeah, it's going to be hard. I think if I was Enzo, I'd be dumbing down this result and dumbing down the performance in terms of the style, and just trying to get a result rather than playing the style we need to just for this game, just to get a point or so. But yeah, I do predict us to lose this first match, but it doesn't mean that we're going to go bad. I think it just means we're playing arguably the best team at the style we're trying to learn. It's going to be tough, but I hope we just need to not make as many mistakes. But big up to Melina, as Nightbot said, Melina in the house. Big up to Melina, and big up to you all. 289 of you now in chat. Please like, subscribe, answer questions. We'll be here for another 10 minutes or so before I'm going to decide to go to bed, because it is tiring and I've got work tomorrow again. Yeah, working all day, all night. Big up to David. We get Osimhen and 1 elite defender. It's top 4. I mean, if we get Osimhen and an elite defender, I think it's title race eventually. Obviously not now, but next year. I think obviously we've got to learn the system, but I think we'll be set after that. I don't think maybe a top goalkeeper, but I don't know. With goalkeepers, it's a bit strange at the moment. We'll see how the goalkeepers do. Score prediction against City. Just because I might not be here for the build-up, I think it's going to be 3-1 Manchester City. I don't think we're defensively secure enough to concede any less than that. That's if we play the Enzo way. If we dumb it down and try and get a result, I still think we might lose 2-1, but I think it will be very close towards the end. No. Charge is running out, guys. So this stream, I might have to end this stream fairly soon to get your questions in now. Blue Clouds, I'll definitely answer your question before we go. Do you think with the quality of the squad Chelsea can make? I've said that I think we will finish 5th. Whether that is Champions League or not too. Yes, with Anthony Taylor. Why the Manchester a Mancunian ref a Manchester team? Don't know. FH stupid. But yeah, whether 5th will be Champions League or not is another question. It might be down to us in terms of winning the Conference League. But hopefully we do get Champions League with that. Big up Chimera. Big up the chat, as he says. Indefinite prediction 4-2 City. I can understand that. I was wondering why Coachella went live so late. Yeah, Coachella will be back tomorrow from holiday. I think he's had a very good holiday. and he'll be back for the Manchester City live build up tomorrow at his usual time. I'm just looking at my percentage; it's 9% now. I think when it hits 5%, we will have to finish up. So get your questions in quickly before the charge goes down and down and down to the point of I have to shut this down. 294 people in the chat. This is where I'm very tempted to go get my charger, but I'm also very tired. So we do need to end this pretty soon anyway. But guys, anyone that has any questions from YouTube or Twitter, I haven't seen any Twitter comments really coming in, but if you've got any, feel free to put them in and we'll try and answer them. Big game Sunday, need a masterclass. I don't think the masterclass is going to come yet, but eventually winning the game could actually be more dangerous. Yeah, I agree. Blue cards 2-2. That'll be a fantastic result for me if we can get a draw against City. Cole Palmer double against City, but they'll just be too much. Yeah, I think I agree. Who would be your ideal centre back sign? Ooh, that is a good question. That is a great question. You would like Bastoni. See, this is where I become unstuck because I say I want we could get elite centre. I don't know, honestly. I don't like just going for players that are just stuck in the Italian league defender wise because I don't think that always works. I think they can be like Chalobah, they can be very found out. I mean, if we're talking about dream signing, I would love to get Marquinhos in, but it's not going to happen. So I'm just dreaming. I'm up in the fairies. I'm tired, and that's how I'm gonna answer that question. And that realistically, Bastoni. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Don't Dunk and Tarkowski. No, they're too old for the system. They're too old. They're not 25, are they? That's not going to happen. Yeah, we'd like someone 29-year-oldish beautiful, but I don't think it's going to happen. Molina, he's coming back, but he's not back yet. I mean, Molina, I know you want me gone, but coach is coming back tomorrow. But Molina, I thought we were friends. You want me gone. You want Coachella back. It's fine. He'll be back tomorrow. Facts, bro. Mark. I didn't see Mark's comment, but maybe someone else is called Mark, but that's fine. I will go. Big up to Rich Moneymakers. Oh bloody hell! I was a fucking moth flew straight into the camera. Big up to Rich. Big up to the legend on the panel. According to my contacts, we are looking at elite defender, but I can't say anymore. Everyone, Rich, can we just get the defender? Let us know who it is, please. Or if you want to message me at MattJBall98, I promise I kept a lot of secrets. I do get sources. I have journalists that I do message. I do get a little bit of knowledge just before it goes out. So I am very good at keeping secrets. I'm not going to tell you the journalists either, because that would be telling, and I'm not allowed to do that. We want coach back. Well, we also want Man City to win the league, which I would say doesn't happen, but it always does because Arsenal suck. Yeah, Molina, you woke up and chose violence. It is what it is. Arsenal suck. 1 week of Matt Ball was spectacular. Bring coach. I mean, you can't just say Marquinhos. Yes, bring Marquinhos. You can't just be positive and then just hit me like that. So mean. I send in Miss Melina. Lol. What is our Achilles heel? What is our Achilles heel this season? To you, what we're deficient to? I mean, just mistakes, mistake prone, and potentially injuries. That would be. I think once we learn the system, it's hard to say what our Achilles heel is until we learn the system. But at the moment, I think it's just mistakes. Oh, big up to Melina for the $5 Canadian dollar super chat. I hope that's making up for saying that you want Kachila back and you want me gone. Which, to be fair, there's 6%, so I might be gone whether I like it or not. I supported Matt. To be fair, she has. You didn't comment on the first two, but since then you have the coach is coming back, Million. Don't worry. Yeah, at the moment, yes. But big up to the super chat, Melina. Thank you very much for that. That will go to Coachella probably, because Coachella. Well, technically, it might go to me. I don't know. But yes, big up to Melina. Matt J Ball on Twitter. At Matt J Ball 98. I don't know why my name's not coming up on the thing, but it is what it is. Anyway, I am at 5%, so I am going to have. Yes, Melina is. I've not really. I will promote it because actually we have a journalist. I'm not going to name the journalist, but Carlito decided to do a Carlito thing and call out a journalist on Twitter for. Basically, he said that Nicholas Jackson was unsettled and considering his future. Then the contract thing come out, and Carlito basically told the journalist to suck ass. Typical Carlito type thing. The journalist messaged Carlito within a minute, asking him, saying that he will come on the podcast to explain why he is telling the truth. So, first 20 minutes of the Blue Coat Project podcast after Man City won't be the Man City review. It will be the absolute fire of said journalist versus Carlito. So, guys, check it out. Blue Coat Project podcast, Apple and Spotify for that. But we will have to finish here. Sorry, indefinite. Will we get enough depends on how long it takes for us to get mistakes. It depends. I'll keep it nice and short because otherwise this stream is going to just go off automatically. But big up to the 307 people that have joined. Smash the like button before you go to get as many likes so people can rewatch this back. And let's get some more views in. A big up to all of you and thank you for being great in the past week while I have been on here. No comment. No. Carlito, I think he is mad, but I don't think it's lines because of lines. But big up to everyone. This is Matt signing off of Chelsea Perspective, potentially for the last time, depending on what Coachella wants. We are in discussions like Osimhen, like Napoli, like Chelsea, like Atletico Madrid, Felix, Gallagher. Could I pull out? Could I not? We don't know. You may see me, you may not. But this is Matt Ball signing out of Chelsea Perspective, potentially for the last time. Big up, everyone. Maybe. Guys, if you do want me back tomorrow, or well, technically today, on Coach's stream, just put "we want Matt back," and we'll see how many we get. It's up to you guys if I'm going to come back or not. So please do that. Please, Rich. Hashtag next stream. Hashtag we want Matt back, and we'll see how it goes. But big up to everyone. I'm gonna have to go because I'm literally on 3% and it's gonna die. Thank you all for watching and for tuning in. Melina. There you go. We want Matt back. We'll leave it there for today. Big up to everyone, and we'll see you on another episode of Chelsea Perspective.